Hello everyone, welcome to our daily lesson. Today we're gonna learn what's called factoring. So we're gonna learn how to factor equations. Example 1, we are given 3x plus 36 equal 0. So what we're gonna think, the number they share both. So this one 3 times 1, and then 36 we can write in terms of 3 times 12. So we factor out the 3, and then so we 3x plus 36 equals 0. They share 3, we factor out, so 3 divided by 3x is x, plus then 36 if you divide 3 is 12, close the bracket, equals 0. So 3 cannot be equal 0 anyway. 3 cannot be equal 0. So and x plus 12 must be 0. And then we just subtract 12 both sides, or we're gonna take 12 to the right hand side. So the 12 cancels out, so x is gonna be minus 12. So when x is minus 12, and the whole thing becomes 0. So even if we use the original equation or this part, both are correct. So if we check, to check to see, and 3 if we multiply negative 12 plus 36, it must be 0. So negative 36 when you add plus 36 equals 0, 0 equals 0. So we use the original equation for this one. So x is equal to negative 12 is the correct answer. All right, example 2, still we are we are doing factoring. So example 2, we given 4x squared plus 16x equals 0. So this we know, 4 they share 4 and x, because 4 times 1, and then 16 comes from 4 times 4. So x squared comes from x times x, and then this one comes from x times 1. So we can factor out the x and the 4. So let's write again, 4x squared plus 16x equals 0. So we're gonna factor out or divide 4x, and then 4x, if we divide 4x squared, we will be left x, plus then 4x, then x is gone, and then 16 divided by 4 is 4, equal 0. So if we multiply again, so we're gonna get the original equation back. So 4x must be equal 0, or x plus 4 equal 0. So we divide both sides by 4. We divide 4 here and then 4. So x is 0. 0 divided by 4 is 0. And then we have to subtract minus 4, or we remove 4 from the left to the right, and then we have to subtract this side. The 2 4s cancel out, so x is gonna be negative 4. So whenever we use 0 or negative 4, our equation becomes 0. So if you substitute back 0, if you multiply 0, everything is going to be 0, because 0 squared is 0, times 4 is 0, 16 times 0 is 0, 0 at 0 is 0. So even if you use -4, will produce the same thing. So that's the way we do the factoring. Now example 3. So we given x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So when it's written this way, we have to figure it out the constant. So general formula is going to be x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So the c, the constant, we must write two numbers, n times n. So the middle will be either n plus n or n minus n, whatever it is. The equation now we have pluses, so both will be added. So x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So two numbers we use today is, for when we have 6 is 2 times 3. Both the signs is positive because plus 5 they must produce, so 2 plus 3. So we write x plus 2 times x plus 3 equals 0. So x plus 2 equals 0, or x plus 3 equals 0, and then 3, so we're gonna move to the left, to the right, and then 2 as well. So x is gonna be minus 2 because we subtract both sides by -2. That's why we get x equal to -2, and then this one we're gonna subtract both sides by -3. We added -3, and then we ended up x must be -3. So when we use -2 and -3, each will produce zeros, so they produce the zeros. So let's use -2. If you square -2, is going to be plus 4, and then 5 times -2 is going to be -10, plus 4 and 6. When you add it, 10 minus 10 is 0, so it's correct. So the -3 will produce the same thing. Okay, example 4. We given (3x squared, 3x squared plus 9x plus 6 equal 0. So when we have a coefficient in front of the x squared, the coefficient we must multiply to the constant, the c. So this one we deal as 3 times 6 is 18, And then we're gonna figure it out. Two numbers when we multiply is 18, and then when we add, we'll produce plus 9. So the numbers are those numbers. In this case, 3 times 6 will produce 18, and then 3 plus 6 will produce 9. So we're gonna write 3x squared plus 3x plus 6x plus 6. When we write, then we're gonna use the original 6, not the 18. 18 we use it only to simplify. So this one we're gonna group it. This one we're gonna make a group, and that one we're gonna make a group. So the sign in between is plus, so nothing change will happen, because this one plus. If it was negative, then this one will be changed. But in this case, all are plus, so nothing change will happen. So 3x squared plus 3x, close the bracket, plus 6x plus 6, close the bracket, equals 0. And then this one, the common they share is going to be 3x, and then x plus 1, plus this one they share 6, x plus 1, close the bracket, equals 0. So whenever we do factoring, these two brackets must be equal, otherwise we make mistake. So we must produce equal quantity inside the brackets. So then this and that we're gonna group, and then we take one of the brackets. So 3x plus 6, close the bracket, and then x plus 1 equals 0. Equals 0. And so then this what we do, 3x plus 6 equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. So this one, x plus 1, is easy, because x plus 1 equals 0, x must be negative 1. That's the only way it can be 0, because negative 1 plus 1 will produce 0. So this one, and 3x plus 6 equals 0. 3x equal negative 6. We're going to move to the other side, and then x equals negative 6 over 3, which is going to be negative 2 is the answer. Negative 2. So whenever our zeros is going to be negative 1 and negative 2. So let's try negative 1. If we check, okay, negative 1 if we square is going to be plus 3. And then this one become negative 9. And then 3 we added. And then we add 3 plus 6 is going to be 9. 9 minus 9 is going to be 0. Yeah, so our solution is correct. All right, have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, everyone. Once again, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.